Good evening, fellow party members. It is with urgency that I ask you for your support. Our country is currently plagued with detrimental issues that my opposition refuses to acknowledge. Some of our country's most vulnerable populations face unprecedented rates of structural violence, whether it be immigrants being forced to leave the country, minority and low-income students being denied a right to excellent education, and women who do not given jurisdiction over their own bodies. Not only does our country face issues on the domestic front, but our current government and my opposition's refusal to take actions on pressing issues could also lead to drastic consequences. One of these global problems is environmental destruction. We are already beginning to feel the preliminary effects of climate change, whether that be through rising sea levels or warmer temperatures, and the consequences will most certainly worsen. Not only will climate change destroy the environment that sustains human life, but it will also increase resource competition that increases the likelihood of conflict between states. But we are not a campaign that merely identifies problems without providing solutions. My fellow advisors, Alexis Maciarella and Nicholas Mancini, and I have worked for an unaccountable amount of hours coming up with a strategy to resolve these issues. With that in mind, I present to you my strategy. In terms of alleviating discrimination against populations based on race, gender, or sexual orientation, I believe that education should be our priority. The inability of these populations to acquire an adequate education has only re-entrenched a cycle of poverty that allows for discrimination to continue. With that, my priority in office will be ensuring every child is afforded the same chance to go to school. I also believe that we should protect the rights of our immigrant populations. Therefore, if elected, one of our top priorities will be renewing DACA and protecting the liberty of undocumented immigrants who are an integral part of our society. In terms of environmental policy, I will also take a hard stance on conservation. This will include the implementation of a carbon tax in the hope that providing incentives for companies will reduce their emissions. In terms of all of these issues, I believe that the role the United States plays on a world stage means we should act as a leader on issues of human rights and environmental preservation. Lastly, at the heart of our campaign has been preserving the integrity of the American woman. The role that women play in the United States is often underplayed, and many fail to acknowledge the pivotal role they play in preserving the functioning of the United States. For a population with so much importance, women are not treated with necessary respect. Whether this be through workplace discrimination in education, or abortion laws, women in America are denied liberty and equality. Because of this, my top priority will be preserving the integrity of the American woman. And just remember, women for the win. Thank you.